Hey folks, welcome back to the channel and the continuation of our Gunsmith series for Tarkov 1.0. This is going to be Gunsmith Part 11, which is the Vector. There's not any options here. The pieces are specifically laid out on what you have to do. So I'll show you how to build it, but there are a couple of barters that can save you some money or maybe let you build this a little bit faster than you might be able to normally. So let's get into the build and get this put together for you. Okay, so if you want to build this thing straight from the traders, you basically need loyalty level 3 peacekeeper, loyalty level 3 mechanic, and loyalty level 2 skier if you want to, if you're okay with doing barters. Otherwise, you can get most of the stuff off the flea market for pretty cheap and put it all together. But let's talk about the 4 pieces you can get with barters real quick, just so you know they're there. And 3 of them are on skier. On skier, loyalty level 2 nonetheless. That is going to be the MK5 modular rail, the 9x19 6-inch threaded barrel, and then the non-folding stock adapter. Okay, so let's go look at peacekeeper here, or sorry, not peacekeeper, skier, loyalty level 2, and show you these barters and where they're at. Okay, so first up is the barrel. It's just one chainlet for the barrel. And this actually ends up being a pretty good deal. This barrel can be super expensive. As you can see right now, there's none of them on the market. I could probably purchase these and sell them all for 50, 60, 70,000 rubles because people just don't go look at the barters. So if you see it cheaper than that, great. But otherwise, the barter is there for the barrel. Super cheap, chainlet being what, a couple, yeah, less than 10,000. The next part is going to be the non-folding adapter. That is a DVD drive. This runs 10 to 15,000 versus buying it off the Flea, which isn't going to be all that much different. You can see these things push, 30, 40,000 if people don't have them unlocked. Just kind of depends on if people are, this guy's flipping this for a couple thousand, right? And then lastly, but not least, we have the modular rail, which is a horse. Horses have gotten a little bit cheaper, a lot cheaper actually. So 8,000 for that versus trying to buy this off the flea market, which would be probably pretty expensive. 18, 20,000 if you don't have it unlocked for mechanic. Now the last one isn't super important, but I like being thorough to point it out, and that is on mechanic 1. It is the Osprey barter. It's one drill and it gives you an Osprey. The Ospreys aren't all that expensive, 27, 30,000, but if you're penny pinching and you want to save that little extra bit of money, drills are like 15K, maybe 20K. Save you a few thousand rubles there, get this built done that much cheaper if you're after that. So that is these 4 parts. You see out of 4 to get to those. The tactical dynamic skeletonized foregrip isn't too expensive on the Flea. If you can't buy it on the Flea, they do turn up on a couple of different raider and rogue weapons from time to time, or you just see one floating around. They are on peacekeeper loyalty level 3 though, so you can just buy it there if you can't get it off the, or if you're willing to wait that long to unlock it. You also have your big stick mag. This is going to be on Skier 3 and Peacekeeper 3. I'm sorry, Skier 3 and Mechanic 3 both have it for sale or just super cheap on the flea market. And then the carbine buffer tube. This is on Peacekeeper or Skier. Interesting enough, it's loads level 2. I would have thought something like this would be 1, but it's also super cheap on the Flea. And then I like using the FDE, the Chris Vector FDE stock, just to keep the colors the same. This is on Peacekeeper loyalty level 2, and it can be kind of pricey on the Flea. So if you can get it off Peacekeeper, obviously that is better. Now, the Vector isn't available off a Skier until you complete Vitamins Part 2, as well as have loyalty level 3 Skier, just to show you that's where it's at. That's where it is, 96,000, though you can get it cheaper on the Flea, sometimes more expensive. Just depends on what players are selling them at. But yeah, if you see one in raid, also make sure you keep it. They do turn up on raiders and stuff like that sometimes. All right, working off of the one you get off of the traders, a couple of parts you're going to take off right away. You're going to take off the stock. You're going to take off all 3 rails. You have to take all 3 of those off. Don't miss one or it ain't going to let you put it together. Take out the magazine if it's there, and then take off the barrel. Little 1x1 barrel. And then it's just to drag and drop all the parts on. Barrel, the extended grip, the foregrip, the non-folding adapter, the suppressor, the carbine, buffer tube, the stock, and then the magazine. And then you have Gunsmith Part 11 completed. Here's the screen if you want to see the parts. We will also go into the build editor here so you can see it from here, what it looks like, where all the parts are all. I'll go into find parts for it, which obviously you don't have to buy these 2, and you don't buy the Vector itself. And there you go. So 68,000 rubles, not including the Vector, if you buy everything off the traders, with the exception of the suppressor, which comes off the Flea because it's cheaper. So that is the Vector build for Gunsmith Part 11. So hopefully this build was helpful for you guys. It made it a little bit cheaper, a little bit easier, showed you how to do it. Don't forget that like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys on Gunsmith Part 12.